Hey everybody, TGIF edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. Got a day off, gonna have to work tomorrow till 10:30 at night, so there won't be any review tomorrow. Not sure what's next. Not sure what next week's schedule is gonna be, but oh, it's a scorcher today. Last thermometer I saw said 100 degrees. I'm sure it's got hotter than then. We're getting to July, early August temperatures in late August, going into September. It's supposed to be cooler next, we're going to get a couple more days of this, and then it's going to cool off a bit, hopefully in time for the holiday. Hopefully I'll have the holiday off, but anyway, I'm going to do a beer that, I've done some of their beers from this brewery, but never done this one. I think it's like a special release from the Fort Collins Brewery out of Fort Collins, Colorado. I'm going to do their Hellesbock, also known as a Maybach. It's something you usually find in the spring. It's a light lager, light refreshing lager. Anyway, off the bottle, and the same thing on the website. It says straw blonde in color, squeaky clean on the palate, with the fortitude of all your favorite FCB Bocks. Apparently, Fort Collins is known for making nice bocks. It says this quaffable Helles is a traditional German celebration of summer right here at home. Need something, definitely something light and refreshing on a day like this. It says ABV 7.7%, hop bitterness and IBUs is 20, color SRM says 8. So anyway, let me get the cap off this, get it in the glass. Little bit of smoke off there, a little bit of hiss. Just going to use a regular pint glass today. I'm definitely going to 7.7%. It's a big bottle. Okay, yeah, that's a nice, clear, dark golden, almost orange color. Got a half a pinky of a slightly off-white, mostly white head. Moderate amount of carbonation streaming up. A lot of big bubbles though. I'm gonna get this cap in this thing. I don't want this to warm up too much. Everything's gonna warm up on a day like today. So I'm gonna get that in there. Don't want to lose any carbonation, but it's that what little head it had there is gone almost immediately. Just a light ring around the edge. So let me get a nose on this. Okay, you got a very grainy maltiness. There's a light sweetness to it. It's kind of toasty, bready. It's really, there's this faint cereal smell, some faint spicy hops, some cracker notes, almost like club crackers. There's a fairly decent generic type fruitiness, maybe a little pear, a little apple. There's some honey notes in there, some biscuit notes, some yeasty notes too. But the hops, there's some hops somewhere in the mix, but they're fairly light. I'm not sure if they're using German hops or not. But yeah, it's just basically a kind of a grainy, malty, bready, toasty type, lager type smell. Nothing too special, but let's get a taste. Okay, that's sweet. It's got a, but then it's dry too. Got some more dry cracker notes on the taste than on the aroma. More of those notes than like the cereal or the bready notes. Still got some faint kind of spicy hops in there. The finish is fairly long, mostly sweet. Like honey and bread notes in there, like honeyed bread. If you put honey on bread, you know what it tastes like. The light hops are there on the finish, giving just a slight bitterness, but the cracker notes are primarily right throughout from start to finish, or the primary taste, and they linger just a little bit. The cracker, the cereal, what little cereal notes are there, almost like grape nuts, one of my favorite cereals. And you're getting those fruit notes, some light pear, some light apple. It's a pleasant beer. Nothing outstanding, nothing special, but then it's a, you know, it's a light lager anyway. Pretty lively mouthfeel for the amount of carbonation that's coming up. It's thin, it's almost a bit watery. It's just barely over light in body. It's really clean on the palate though. And you've got that dry, slightly sweet, hoppy finish. Not a bad drinking Hellesbock. So let me sit. I will sip on this for just a while. I'm not going to sit out here in this 100 plus degree heat much longer, but I will sip on this for a while, and I'll come back after a while in a few with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been 10-15 minutes or so. It's warmed up quite a bit, as any beer would do in this kind of weather. As I noticed, as it's warmed up, I noticed those fruit flavors have come out a little bit more. I'm getting a bit of that 7.7% alcohol. Didn't get that when it's colder, but I'm getting it now on the taste and on the finish. Had some guy come through here, which is one reason I'm a little longer than I wanted to be. He was actually jogging out in this. He came up a hill. I mean, there's a long hill just down the road there. He came up that hill in the blazing sun, just totally soaking wet with sweat. As he came by, I said, "Man, you're a glutton for punishment." He said, "Yeah, I am, or at least right now." Man's a fool, as far as I'm concerned. This is no weather to be jogging in or anything. And I'll tell you, oh, fly on the glass, I'll tell you. Anyway, this is a decent drinkable beer. It's a little too sweet. I mean, it's got kind of a lingering sweetness. It's not cloying yet, but it's getting close. It's not nearly as dry and as hoppy as I was hoping for. There is no date on the bottle, so I don't even know when this was brewed. I got another one. They had this one and an IPA from them that came out, appeared on the shelves the same time. I picked one of each up, so I might do that one next just to get it out of the way. But if this were, you know, early spring, when Hellesbock / Maybocks are usually come out, you know, for the warm days of warm but not hot days of late spring, early summer, or even the same type of days in late summer, early fall, this might be a great beer for it. But for the dog days of summer, like when I'm drinking it now, and that's going to reflect on the grade, and that and the effect, the idea that this was $10 a bottle, as was the other, well, $9.99, same thing. $10 a bottle. I'm going to give the Fort Collins Hellesbock. I don't know when they released it. Like I said, there's no date that I can discern anywhere on this bottle. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. This is not a solid 7 out of 10. It's what I'm giving it now for this time of year, in this type of weather. 7 out of 10. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.